What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shelby. Welcome. Make sure to check out some of my other videos. I just moved to Nashville about 3 months ago now, which is wild. So as you can tell by the title, this video is about cute, cheap ideas for dates in the Nashville area. The way this came about is when I first moved here, Kanan and I had been long distance for a year, and we were both obviously looking forward to having date night again. And I had never lived here before. I'd only been here a handful of times. So I decided I needed to do some research of places to go. And the things I needed to keep in mind were, one, I just recently moved, so obviously I'm going to be a little bit more tight on cash. And Kanan at the time was still in school, it was still the school year. And then during the summer, he had 2 jobs. He was juggling 2 jobs. So we obviously are not full of cash. So I needed to be mindful of that. And I just needed to be mindful that we are 2 very busy people as well. So we can't be going all over the state all the time. We needed to find places that were going to be good, cheap, but really cute at the same time and make the experience worth it, because we can't go on dates all the time. So we just needed to be mindful in doing research. So I started looking up YouTube videos, blogs, just people that have made posts about this exact scenario, wanting cute date ideas in Nashville. And I quickly learned that a lot of them were repetitive, or a lot of them are just on the more expensive side, because Nashville is a pretty big city. So it's easy to get carried away in spending a lot of money out on a date night. So that's led me to doing my own research extensively. I've probably been doing research for this video for a month now, narrowing down a pretty precise list of places that I think are great for date night, just a night with you and your boo, you know? That's what's led me to making this video. I wanted to share the places that I found with you guys. If you plan on making a trip up to Nashville anytime soon with your significant other, these places are perfect for a quick little cheap date night, and maybe it'll just spark other ideas as well. I don't know. I want to reiterate right off the bat, I am not the first person to discover these places by any means. I don't want it to seem like I found these places, they're so obscure, meh, here's a list of them, you're welcome. That's not what this is about. This is just places that Kanan and I have tried, or I've tried somewhere and think it would just be a super cute idea of somewhere to go. 99% of these places I've gone personally, but any other place that I mention, someone that I know here has gone and said that it's super cute, awesome, great place. And that's why I am recommending it to you guys. So basically, with all that being said, it has led me to this moment and making this video because I am not a selfish person. I'm not a selfish person. Oh my God. I am not a selfish person, and I am happy to share my knowledge with the world. Hopefully these places also have not been beaten to death in any other post that I just haven't seen yet. So if any of this stuff is actually repetitive, just like every other post that's been made about stuff like this, then sorry about it. With that said, let's get into the activities that I would recommend as a cute date. So first off, before I get into mentioning anywhere, I want to mention this website called NashvilleGuru.com. I was told about it by a coworker of mine. It's an amazing site. They have different tabs that you can look up areas. If you want to visit a certain area, you can look up. What I did a lot was I looked up events in the area. So you can look up events that are happening. You can look up restaurants. It breaks it down into menus, and it's just super great for people that are either visiting or just super new to the area, and it helps you explore. It pretty much just organizes everything into one place. So if you plan on taking a trip up here, I would absolutely hit up Nashville Guru first and make your list based off what's on there, because there's constantly things going on in Nashville that if you just come on a whim without going there first, you might miss something really, really cool. Definitely check that site out before visiting. So first activity that I would definitely recommend trying are walking trails. So there are numerous trails all around Tennessee, all around Nashville and the little areas around Nashville. The trails here are absolutely gorgeous. There's obviously so much wildlife and woods and trees everywhere. So it's just so much greenery and it's absolutely beautiful. That was one of the things that I was super looking forward to experiencing when I moved here. here. So usually Kanan and I will go on a walk sometime during the weekend, usually on like Saturday mornings, and that's kind of our little like time to each other, you know? So it is kind of like cute and romantic. If you went like during the evening as well, like right when the sun was setting and made like a little picnic out of it, I feel like that would also be like super cute. But trails for sure. I think it's such a cute idea. I recommend walking trails 100%. I think they're super fun and super cute date ideas that don't cost a single cent. Number 2, the second activity that I would recommend is going to farmers markets. There are countless farmers markets constantly going on in Nashville and even just the surrounding areas. Like if you ever get tired of Nashville's actual farmers market. So Nashville has its own like Nashville farmers market that's this huge inside outside type place. It's a farmers market year round, but there of course there's certain days and certain events that you can look up online at their calendar where they have like they're showcasing really specific things or whatever. So as farmers markets usually do, Nashville's farmers market showcases like farmers, local businesses, nonprofit organizations, like all the good stuff. So it's just like that. The whole outside is kind of like a covered outside area. The one time I went when it was like really poppin', they had food trucks over there too, which was like amazing. They have this incredible greenhouse type area as well. And then there's a whole inside that's just this gigantic, it's kind of laid out like a food court, but it's obviously places that are kind of local to the area. They're not like name brand places, but they are all so good. I've tried a few of the different places now and they're all amazing. And then there's also a couple more shops inside of the inside area. So I would 100% recommend the farmers market. It's such a cute idea to just walk around all day, get some ice cream maybe, shop local. So this next one might sound a little weird, but if you're someone that's like easily entertained like I am, you might really enjoy this as well. So Nashville has a Gaylord hotel and there is one in Orlando as well where I'm from, and I had never been there before. So people have always talked about the Gaylord hotels or resorts or whatever they're called and how they're crazy and super big, like fancy and all that stuff, and I've just never been in them, so I don't know. However, I went to the one in Nashville with Kanan and his friend Isaac. I forgot I had makeup on. Frick. I went to the one here in Nashville and that place is ridiculous. It's huge. Every room has its own like balcony and like drapes and like, yeah, it's all indoors. It's hard to explain. It's like all inside, but everyone has their own like balcony type situation. And then on the inside, there's like literally a river going around. There's like water fountains and so much greenery, and there's literally a little town smack in the middle of it that you can walk that has like restaurants and shops. To me, I feel like that would be a really cute date idea. It's basically free unless you like want to buy food or go shopping or whatever, but you can literally just walk in and walk around the whole inside area and have it be like a whole thing. Like you can absolutely do that. There's so much there to look at. I feel like that would be really funny and like cute because I had a blast when I went with Kanan and his friend. So I feel like that would just be a really fun time, even if it was just you and your significant other as well. So this next one I have not ever personally gone to, but I've seen so many different ways that it's offered in Nashville, and I feel like it'd be a super cute, fun idea and cheap. A lot of different organizations in Nashville offer like a movie in the park type deal where you would like come up and lay out a blanket and they would like show a movie. I've just seen tons of different ones advertised online, so I would absolutely do that as a date night 100%. It doesn't cost a single thing, I don't think, other than usually they'll have like vendors or food trucks or like drink things, drink stands or whatever. So obviously if you wanted some of that, you could pay for that, but the movie itself is completely free. You would just bring like a blanket and stuff, and I think that's so cute, so romantic, so simple. Like I said, there's like 3 or 4 different organizations that put them on, especially during the summertime, that I've seen online, and I just think it'd be such a cute idea if anyone did that for a date. And if you do, let me know how it goes, because I would like to go. All right, so that is it for the activities that I've found to be super cute and low on the money end, but super worth the experience. So now we're gonna get into my favorite portion, the food. So I'm gonna say these in the order of like breakfast, lunch, dinner, type deal. So of course, first thing in the morning that I usually go for is coffee, and that is kind of what I'm gonna start with in this video as well. Also, pretty much everywhere that I'm gonna mention, you can get some kind of breakfast, lunch, or dinner there. It just depends on what time you go. Ugly Mugs. This place was in the cutest shopping plaza that I've seen here so far. It is over in East Nashville, and I found that East Nashville is a super cute area in general. There's a gnat. But this one in particular is just super cute. The whole plaza itself is just like adorable. So everything that they sell and offer, they get from local purveyors. So everything is just super locally owned, and they just take it all, and everything's made super fresh. The coffee was delicious. It was pretty packed when I went there. I went during like the afternoonish time. So it's definitely a popular place to go, especially for, I saw a lot of people doing work and stuff like on their laptop. So if you had like stuff to get done, I definitely think this would be a cute place to go to. There's outside, inside seating, so you know, you get your pick there. Definitely a Starbucks vibe, but more local. Food-wise, they serve breakfast and lunch until 9 p.m., which is awesome. The most expensive food item on their menu is the BLT, which is about $8. So I would definitely say that it's worth the money. I did not try the food, I just tried their coffee. I would definitely recommend this place. So next place I want to talk about is definitely a very versatile place. It's called BONGO East. So obviously I went to the East Nashville location. I went to this place after work one day, so it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock-ish. I went and I got the adult grilled cheese, which was absolutely delicious. It had like pesto and stuff on it. I went there to do homework, and it was definitely chill enough to do homework, but as I was staying there and doing homework for like a couple hours, I definitely noticed people were like slowly trailing in, like all different kinds of people though, like families, young people. The cool thing about this place is that it's partnered with Game Point Cafe. So along all of the walls are just a ton of like board games and card games and just different games in general. So it was just, it's like, it offers this cool place to also just go hang out with your friends and play games, where you can also, if you want, get food or get beer or whatever. Like they offer that stuff, but it's not like a requirement if you want to just go there and hang out. Like that's cool too, which is like, I love that. That's something that I was really trying to find, and now like there's that place and it's awesome. This next place, I feel the need to mention it because I have been trying to find an acai bowl place in Nashville since I've moved here. Obviously, Floridas are amazing. So Kanan's friend Ashley actually told me about this farmer's market over by where they live, and I went in there and they had an acai bowl place in there. And the actual company that does the acai bowls is like a Nashville thing. Like I think they have another location in Nashville. So I'm counting it. The place is called Juice Nashville. It's super good. Their acai bowl was about $8, and it was a little bit small compared to the ones like from Florida, but it definitely hit the spot. I tried the Gulch Bowl. I would absolutely 100% recommend Juice. Also, I brought Kanan there, and he got an actual juice, and it was like literally so delicious. I don't even remember what was in it. It was like lemon and other juice, but it was so good. I tried kombucha before and stuff, and I was like, it's just like not my vibe, but this was so delicious. But they do offer like bowls and juices and cleanses and kombucha and all that stuff. They offer like all of it. It's super organic and all that stuff, so it's like super tasty. So this next place is definitely a little bit, I would say obscure is the right word. It's called Fat Bites with a PH instead of an F, so it's not offensive, but it's so good. So I discovered this place because there's just one day that I was like really hankering for like a really big sandwich, and that's pretty much what they specialize in, is like Fat Bites. The sandwiches were no joke that thick, and they're not too expensive. Like they're very reasonable. They have tons of options, but the vibe of this place is like unlike any other place that I think I've ever been. There's no theme like at all. It's just like random crap, but it works, you know? Like it's like random, but like fashion. So this place is definitely really, really good, but you have to be prepared when you walk in so you're not like just completely overwhelmed by stuff. Also, they have this like back section that I think is a bar. I did not go back there, but I think it's like a little bar. And I believe on the website it says they have $2 beers. So They do serve brunch all day on Sundays. Breakfast is also served every day. Yeah, it was definitely a super good sandwich place. So I would consider this place kind of as like a breakfast, lunch, or dinner type thing. So now these next two places I would definitely consider dinner. However, I believe they both serve brunch on like Saturdays and Sundays, but I would absolutely consider them like full-on date night dinner places. So I would keep that in mind because these places also have a little bit higher of a price range, like between 10 and like 15 bucks just in general on average. So these are definitely for like those special date nights where you're like gonna go all out. The first place I want to mention is, I would say, Kanan and I's favorite dinner place for date night. It's called 51 North Taproom. It's in downtown Nashville, but it's kind of like on a side street, so it's not like in the hubbub of everything, but you're still like in Nashville, you know? So we went, and we even went again on our 2-year anniversary. So this place is definitely like somewhere special to us, I think now. It's absolutely delicious. Everything I've tried from there is so yummy. They have a pretty extensive local and craft beer and wine menu. When Kanan and I went on our 2 years, it was actually mule special night or whatever. So they were giving out mules for like $4 or something, and we were like, okay, yeah, we'll have one. Like, I am not a ginger beer type gal, but I just figured since they were like special that night, whatever, they probably won't even have that much stuff in them at all. These things were delicious, like so delicious. So even their mules are good. So a few of the stuff that we've tried, for example, I tried the 51 North Cobb salad, tried the shrimp quesadilla. They have poutine, which we've gotten like both times we've gone now. So definitely get the poutine. Just go. You will thank me later. I promise. Oh, they also have this like side area when you first walk in that has like a TV and like darts and stuff. And when Kanan and I went for our 2 years, they were actually playing The Bachelorette on the TV, and there's like a couch in front of it. So we were like, we could literally come here, get food, get a drink, and just sit and watch The Bachelorette. Like, why are we not doing this? So the last place that I'm gonna mention is called the Pharmacy Burger Parlor and Beer Garden. I believe that's the whole name. It is a super good place. So the first time I went here was with Kanan and both of our parents. We actually went here the first time that my parents saw Nashville, so it was like super special. We went right after my job interview the job I have now, the interview for it. We went right after, so it was definitely an experience of like, it felt like the start of our like future in that moment. That's so deep, but like, that's what it felt like. So yeah, the place was just really good. They are definitely a beer garden, you know, where they like have German beer and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff is locally brewed and all that. They have this insanely gorgeous like outside inside area where it's like half covered but half not. And I feel like at night or like during the evening, it's probably so cute. There's like lights strung all over the place. I'm all for the vibe, and so I feel like that would just be perfect, like especially for date night, just you and your boo eating some brats, drinking some beer. Like, I don't know, I feel like it'd just be so cute. They also make their own milkshakes and ice cream sodas. Like, hello, go there. The food here is also around $12, so it's definitely a whole experience, you know, like you gotta go willing to experience the whole experience. You can't cheap out on this place, but it's so worth it. Like the experience was like 10 out of 10, 100%. And I remember having an extremely nice waitress. Like this girl was super, super friendly and bubbly and just like perfect as like a waitress. So even the service is like amazing. So that is it, guys. That is my list that I've compiled thus far of cute, cheap date ideas to do in Nashville that aren't the same old stuff. Not to say that any of that touristy stuff is not fun, because it definitely is, but of course once you've gone, then it's like, okay, we've done that, like now what? So I hope that this list can give you some new ideas, show you some areas to explore that you haven't been before. I hope this is a video that you guys liked. Yeah, I definitely put a lot more research into this video, and I hope that it paid off. I hope that it showed. I loved making this video. I was super excited to sit down and film this, especially now that I bought this ring light and I'm so insanely happy with it. I'm so excited for the videos to come. If you're planning on taking a trip up to Nashville, give me a shout. I will say, hey, what is up, girl, guy, friend, dude, whatever. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you have not already. Check out my Instagram. Let's be friends. All right, so I will see you guys in the next video.